How do we know exactly what words the witness will be able to understand in English?
The same way we think that you understand us when you start answering questions that you don't understand. You know, digging the hole for yourself deeper and deeper. Hey y'all, it's your girl J9 Eve, and we are gonna react to Darrell just being a hot mess, just general hot mess Darrell. So, he's kicking up feces in the courtroom again, of course, per usual. You know, we are gonna just do what we do. So let's see what Darrell is talking about today. Oh my God. I'm sure it's something important and relevant and not a hot mess at all. Am I lying or am I telling the truth? Who knows? What is it, Darrell? Oh my God. What is it? What do you want?
All right, thank you. As to the first part, to what the state brings up regarding the redacted recording, I would remind Mr. Brooks the court did enter some rulings previously. You have to roll your eyes at me. Let's start the morning off on a...
Okay, now we saw that, right? He clearly rolled his eyes at the judge. Look, watch.
To what the state brings up regarding the redacted recording.
Now watch Darrell's eyes.
I would remind Mr. Brooks the court did enter some rulings previously.
Okay.
You have to roll your eyes at me.
You
Let's
seen
start
that,
the
right?
morning off on a good note,
I didn't
sir.
roll my eyes at you.
And there you go. First words out of your mouth, Darrell, lies. I ain't roll my eyes at you. Even though you caught me on camera rolling my eyes at you. You know what Darrell, he'd be like, stop believing what the cameras be telling y'all. Y'all be seeing this evidence and y'all just be believing this evidence. What is all this believing proof and stuff? Like, what is wrong with y'all? Y'all need to stop believing your own eyes. I don't know what to tell you. I just... I'd like it for the record that I'm not rolling my eyes right now.
So I don't think it's fair that you should say I roll my eyes at you.
I saw you roll your eyes at me. I'm not
I didn't roll
debating
my
about
eyes at you.
You
So
did.
don't do that.
Well, Mr. Brooks.
Yeah, so don't do that. Don't be blaming me for the stuff that I did. Don't be doing it. Which you ain't gonna do, Judge, is tell me that I did the thing that I just did. Yeah, I don't care if you caught it on camera. So. Oh my God, Darrell, you know what? Look at him. What is this? What does this look? What is this you're doing? Okay. Look at him.
I'd
He did it
appreciate
again.
a little bit more respect. These
I would too,
rulings,
Your Honor.
let me finish. Because now you're interrupting me.
Look. That's the look of, who are you talking to? Who are you raising your voice at? Oh, you talking to Darrell like that? I mean, whoever Darrell is like that?
These rulings
Oh,
were
Darrell.
entered by the court
Precious.
to prevent other acts evidence from coming in. But a defendant can open the door in a variety of ways.
Let him open the door,
These
Darrell.
recordings, and I have
Judge.
reviewed them previously, do contain discussion and statements by you regarding these other acts. And as you heard from Attorney Basie, she has all of the timestamps to stop at appropriate times so that the state does not run afoul of those pretrial rulings.
To save
You can open the door by asking questions, by asking for a video to be played. and not knowing those exact timestamps. I think it's important that I reinforce what the state.
Daryl don't understand this concept of open the door. He gonna understand though. He gonna understand that concept of opening the back door. Boom, boom. The inmates are gonna teach him that. They're gonna be like, "Oh, I heard in court you didn't understand the door concept. Now bend over and let me tell you all about it." Your shoes is untied, Daryl.
Has just advised you of, so that when you are watching the recording, as all of us will be, if there is something you want replayed and you want to cross-examine the witness about, that you know those time stamps, and then the state has graciously indicated they would assist once again in replaying.
Yeah, but she said the defense lady in the middle, she said, if he opens this door, Judge, I'm sorry. I ain't trying to be an asshole. That's what she said. I'm not trying to be a jerk. But if he opens that door, I'm damn sure walking through that motherfucker, okay? He should just know that door is there to help him. But I'm not here to help him. So if he opens up that door, I'm coming up in there, just so you know. Just letting you know, Judge.
Portions of that video.
But tell all your business, Daryl.
I don't need a response from you unless you feel
that's right.
you would like to give a response to any of that.
Of course he do. Come on.
With all due respect, they're the ones that want to play the video. So I don't understand how I'm the one opening the door. They chose to play the video, so
they're not going to play the entire video, though. They're going to redact out, probably stop, fast forward the portions that this court said would be inadmissible. So for example, if during your cross-examination of Detective Carpenter, you ask the state to replay a portion of the video and you say, go back to around the 7-minute mark, you have to understand that you may open the door, even inadvertently, to some of those other acts, evidence coming in.
Judge, that word was too big. You're going to have to break that down for old Daryl, okay? Like inadvertently, hey, you ain't going to be cussing at me, Judge. What is that? What was that you just said? Did you call me an ant? What'd you say? Inadvertently. What are you trying to say, Judge? Like, oh my God. Daryl, sit down. Sit down, Daryl. The fact that Daryl is literally like, when he back in the day, in case you didn't know, back in the day, Daryl had a lawyer, okay? Daryl said, look, I don't need y'all. Y'all done took all the notes for me. You got my folders all organized. What I need you for? Go on. So they did all of this notes. They already had little files together for each person who was going to be a witness. They already had it all sorted out. The stuff that they was going to ask and stuff, like things that they were going to go through. This is what Darrell's been going through. So every time they pull up a witness, he just pulls out this convenient file and starts looking in it and just starts asking these random old questions. Now, that's why you can't tell what is his defense. Somebody in my chat pointed this out. Said it was because they hadn't worked out yet what his defense was going to be, whether they were going to say, like, he already said he didn't want to say he was crazy. Okay, fine. He's not insane. All right. Like, were they going to say it was an accident? Something was wrong with his car? Were they going to say, he was scared once he first hit the first person, he was scared for life, so he just drove through? Were they going to say they didn't know what defense they were going to pick when he fired them? This is somebody in my chat told me this. It made so much sense. So why he doesn't seem to have an actual defense? It's like he's saying he's trying to prove things that are both, they're this and that are this defense and are this defense. But the two, it can't be both. They both can't be his defense. But he's still doing it like that. He did it like this the whole trial, and it's the reason why is because they hadn't nailed down which defense they were going to go with when he fired him. So it's like he was screwed when he started. Oh, my chat. My comment section is the best comment section. Do you hear me? Okay. I be learning in mine. Other people comments, they be like, oh my God, what is it? I ain't even gonna read these. This is crazy stuff. This is where I get all my notes. This is where I figure out what's going on, how it happened. It's all in my comments. The best.
So what I'm telling you is if you want any portions replayed, then, or if you ask for the entire video to be played under the rule of completeness, that you have an understanding that you would be opening the door to the evidence of other acts coming in. Potentially. I'll have to rule on it at that time. But so be mindful of the timestamps.
I don't understand, and Your Honor, that's almost like you making a ruling and then it not having any standing. If you already made
the ruling's against them. I told the state they can't offer this evidence.
Right,
They're the
what
one.
I'm saying.
So if you offer the evidence or ask questions that would open the door, that's a different story. And we all have treaded lightly when you've asked questions that would have opened the door to a variety of witnesses. So the state's just simply saying, look, we're going to do our job. We're not going to put in the other act's evidence. We're going to pause the video, fast forward the appropriate spots. But if you want any portions replayed, or if you ask for the entire video to be played, then you do that at your peril of having those other acts' evidence come in. So that's all I want to tell you. As far as the jury instruction, do you have any position on whether that second, well, I shouldn't say second, it's the very last paragraph where it says, add the following if appropriate. Do you have any position on whether the court reads this entire jury instruction 60 to the jury prior to Mr. Marquez being called as a witness?
Yeah, I think the jury should hear whatever needs that they need to hear.
Okay, now keep in mind what he just said, right? Yeah, I think that the jury should be able to hear everything that they need to hear. That's how I feel. Like, you need to empower the jury with the information. It's just very important that they have it, right? This all makes sense, right? Sounds very wonderful of you to say that. You know what? Yeah, just leave it to the jury. That's what we're supposed to trust the jury with all this information. They need all the information, Judge. Now watch this.
Do you have a position on that last paragraph specifically, sir? Given the information that the state has provided today.
Last paragraph.
Okay.
It's in brackets and it's after a bolded section that says, add the following if appropriate. I advised the parties yesterday we would be talking about that this morning.
Now, as Darrell reads, it's going to be funny what his response is going to be. Ain't this going to be funny? Come on, Darrell. Opposite day.
I mean, it was just stated that the witness doesn't speak very good English, and so that would indicate that it would be a lot more work for the interpreter to make sure.
That's not what I'm asking about, sir. I'm asking whether you have a position on whether I include the very last paragraph of that instruction to the jury.
Darrell can't follow directions, Judge. Come on now. You figured that out yet? You ain't paying attention, ma'am. Come on, Darrell. You can find it. You know what a paragraph is? Do you know? No?
No, I don't feel like that needs to be read to the jury.
Now, ain't that something? Now, didn't he just nobly say, I think that the jury should just know everything, Judge. I think that they should be privy to all information, Judge. Like, I don't see why we don't tell them everything. I plan on telling them what I had for breakfast this morning. I don't know what y'all doing. Me and this here jury, we best friends. We talk every day in my head, of course. I mean, we talk every day. We braid each other's hair. imaginary hair, real hair, whatever you got. Look at that tattoo on his thing. Look like it says, does that say? What does it say? Ugh, that is so annoying. I still don't know to this day. To this day, I still don't know what that tattoo says. But isn't that something? He was just being a normal, regular Darrell Dick, and was like, yeah, I think they should hear everything. Ugh, paragraph, let me see what this is. Ugh. Oh yeah, no, I don't think they need to hear that. But you at your trial for your life, for your 1,000 years, and you just whimsically saying, yeah, tell the jury this, tell the jury that, when you don't even know what they're talking about. You know what? You was gonna get them 1,000 years anyway, like regardless. You did all this talking and torturing everybody for 2 weeks for nothing, bro. You could have just stayed in your cell on your cot, staring at your ceiling that you love so much. Oh, so a waste.
I think it's pretty clear from all the language leading up to that.
Let me ask Attorney Basie a question about the contact the Office of the District Attorney has had with Mr. Marquez. Were you able to communicate at all in any way in English, even if you would describe it as broken English?
Yes, I think our last conversation, we probably said, I said something in English, he responded, and then when I said something else, I think he needed translation for that. His primary, our victim witness person, specialist assigned to the case, is bilingual, and she speaks to him in Spanish.
All right, given that bit of information provided by the DA as an officer of the court regarding his ability to answer some but not most, I think it's appropriate to read the very last paragraph. Certainly doesn't hurt. It's not going to take away. So I will read the entirety of jury instruction 60. Obviously the part that says read here if appropriate comes out, and then
I love how she asked Darrell what he think. What do you think? Do you think that I should read it or no? She has adopted his little way of doing things. I think he would refer to it as, because I do, opposite day. Darrell said no, so the judge said yes. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Mimic his behavior so he can see what it looks like when other people do that. Looks crazy, don't it, Darrell?
And I will print that off, and that is what I will read at the appropriate time. Did that print, Madam Clerk?
That's my sound of a
Quick
printer.
question on that.
What's up, Darrell?
How do we know exactly what words the witness will be able to understand in English versus?
Oh my God.
That's not how
the same way we think that you understand us when you start answering questions that you don't understand. You've been doing it this whole time, Darrell. What are you talking about? We talk, you pretend to understand, you give answers when you don't know what you're talking about, and you just, dig in the hole for yourself deeper and deeper. How do we know if he truly understands? Oh my God.
the interpretation works. The questions are in English, they're interpreted in Spanish to the witness. The witness will answer, presumably in Spanish, and then the witness's words will be interpreted in English, and it's the English, as this instruction says, that is the evidence.
There you go.
I think it's a little unfair that
Oh, is it unfair?
prosecution has had conversations with the witness and I haven't, considering that it's my witness.
They were on the state's witness list as well, I believe. So it's...
Oh, he's like, that's my witness. What do you mean? You mean I have to share my witness? I don't want to share my witness. I don't have anything of my own. Even my hairline doesn't belong to me anymore. Oh my God. Darrell. Like somebody banged Darrell in the head with a weed whacker. got struck by lightning just right on top of his head, twice. Bow, bow.
Fair for either party to reach out, and if witnesses want to talk to either party in preparation, that's frankly fair game.
So how would I be able to reach out to a witness?
Mr. Brooks, you are representing yourself.
Yeah, that's called what do they call that? A personal problem. What I would call a you problem. That's a Darrell problem. I don't seek to find the answers to Darrell problems. I just, got my own stuff. I worry about my problems. Darrell's supposed to worry about Darrell problems. Darrell wanted to represent himself. I don't know why Darrell wanted to do that. But guess what I also didn't do? I didn't care. I did not care. In fact, I was pretty excited when he decided to represent himself. It was a great time. It's a great time for everyone.
That obviously poses some challenges and difficulties, but that is the state and stage that we are at. So
challenging.
With that, I know we'll get Detective Carpenter on the stand. He can come up and be out here when the jury comes out. So come on up, sir. I will swear you in again, as is my practice when there's a witness on the stand for a second day.
I have one more thing real quick.
Of course, Darrell. What is it, baby? What's going on? It's important.
Well, it needs to be other than subject matter jurisdiction, so what is it?
You didn't even let me.
Oh, shit. She said what we be saying. It better be something other than that subject, that matter, in that damn jurisdiction. I don't want to hear about neither one of them fuckers. Get them out of my courtroom. All three of them. I'm sick of them.
Let me get to it.
I said, what is it?
That was what he was going to say. He like, you ain't even let me say it. Now I got to think of something else to say, because I damn sure ain't going to tell you was right. I was going to ask you about these light bulbs. Have y'all changed them today or no?
I said it needs to be something other than subject matter jurisdiction.
Can I get to it?
You can say.
There's no way to know what I'm going to say if I can't say it.
Yeah, there is.
Mr. Brooks, please.
Yeah, there is, Darrell. You say the same things every day. So yes, there is a way.
Tell me what it is you'd like to address.
I want to address why my ICFs have not been addressed, because I know you have them.
Oh, you know I have.
Why have I not getting copies? I've gotten copies of every other ICF. Why not the recent ones?
Sir, I am not going to be the intermediary anymore for ICFs that are directed to the clerk of court regarding copies.
That's not explaining why I haven't.
I'm not the
even been
keeper of
told
the
if
record. So
they've
if there's
been
something
received.
you want me to address, then you should address your ICF to me and not the clerk of court.
See, he's so used to going through this judge for every fucking thing. He now it's decided that it's her job to do it. I asked you about this. That lady, she don't reply, so I come in here and I talk to you because you my bestie. Yeah, just like that detective was. He was in there, you was in there talking to him, he was in there digging a hole for you.
Court.
Well, where is the ICF?
Sir,
if I sent it, I should be able to get a copy. I've gotten copies of every single.
I know you've been to Mars. Remember, that's where you say you were when all this happened. So, but have you ever checked Uranus? Maybe it's there. Maybe it's in Uranus. Boom.
The one.
You need
whether
to
they were
ask
addressed,
for that from the clerk
whether
of
they
court.
were addressed to you or whether they were addressed to the clerk of courts. I've always
I'm not going to
been
address
told.
that further, Mr. Brooks. I'm not going to be the intermediary when
So
you
what's
have
the-
questions to the clerk of court.
So
for
what's the
copies
point of
and
me
things like
sending the
that.
ICF, me doing what you asked me to do?
What's the point of it? I thought you were in here trying to save your own life. But I mean, if you don't want to do it, I mean, no sweat off my back.
And sending them and then not being able to know if they've even been received and get a copy of them, which I've been getting
If
copies
you
of
did
them
not
ever
ask
since.
for a copy of the ICF, they don't have any obligation to
I
send it.
addressed it when
Oh,
I
did
first
you?
sent it. I asked you on the record, did you receive it?
Mr. Brooks,
You
I
said-
didn't receive anything because nothing has been sent to me.
Well,
So
where's the
if there's
ICF?
something that you need, then you should reach back out.
Then where's this ICF? I don't know. Is if you checked your cot. Have you checked your cot? I know it's like 12,000 square feet in there. That thing is like what, 6 feet, 6 feet by 5 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? That's your room. That's your house that you still don't own, just like any other type of real estate that you never did own and never will. Darrell is kicking up ish in the courtroom. Darrell is throwing his feces all over the walls. He says eventually something's gonna stick. But I say Darrell's full of shit. Curtsy, curtsy.
To the clerk of court.
I shouldn't have to do
But
that.
we're not
if I
going to
sent
take
it.
up court time regarding an ICF sent to the clerk of court.
Time is
Again,
money,
I will
honey.
advise you once again, I did this the other day, if there's something case related, it needs to be addressed to me. If it has to do with the record, it needs to go to the clerk of court.
And it was.
Because
It
I
was
am
sent to the
not
clerk of court.
Okay,
the
good.
But
custodian.
I still should be able to be told if it was received and get a copy, which you've done that before every single ICF.
And I told you
So
I
why
would
does
no
it change?
longer.
I don't know why it just popped into my head. This particular person we're looking at right here snatched 6 people off the planet, like off the earth, just released their souls from their bodies. This guy right here, this guy with the tie, literally just took 6 people and made them no more. And look how he's looking at this judge. Look at the posture. Like, I just can't. I just can't with you, Darrell. I just fucking can't.
Be doing that, sir, because of this very issue. It
So you
takes
saying
up
so
court
now
time.
it changes? So now it changes all of a
Yes.
sudden?
No, it
Yes.
didn't change all of a sudden, sir, and you
Oh my God, did you just say all of a suddenly? So now it just changes all of a suddenly? She should have been like, what? Wait, what'd you say? Darrell, no, repeat that. I want to see if you said that by accident or if that's how you think you're supposed to say it. I need to know. Oh.
know that, so don't
No,
try to
no.
confuse
Does
the
it
record.
change all of a suddenly? Because I've been getting copies of everything.
He did it again. So that's how he thinks you're supposed to say it. You know, that sometimes when you're talking fast, you'll say stuff wrong. You know, you just be going. There was a chance that could have been it, but no, he did it twice. Slower the second time. So all of a suddenly, I was in the prison. All of a suddenly, I had a new boyfriend. All of a suddenly, he made me tie my shoes. All of a suddenly, I was screaming, the blues. Backdoor pimping, backdoor pimping.
I've sent, which is what you asked me to
This
do.
changed last week, and you
It
know
should
that.
it shouldn't
Yeah, you
change.
know it
So
No,
with
I don't
that,
know it.
I'm bringing the jury out, and I'm not addressing this issue.
So
sir.
I want
We're
the
gonna
copy of
continue
my
forward.
ICS that I send.
Send the request to the
I don't
clerk's
have to send her
office.
another request. Where's the one that I just sent last week?
All right, the jury is going to come out, so please be respectful.
I will, but at the same time, you still have to. I did what you asked me to do.
What you act?
If you tell me to do something and I do it, and then now you're saying I'm not gonna get a copy, which you've been providing them ever since you told me to do it.
Mr. Brooks, the rules on that changed last week.
No,
You
no,
know
it
that.
did not. I'm still supposed to be able to say if it's.
It didn't change for me. I still need what I need, and you still sitting in front of me. So you still got to do what I say do, just like my mama did. Just like my mama did. You got to do what I say. If you want me to quiet down in here, you better give me what I want. You know, I live my life as like a hostage collector. I like to collect hostages. All throughout my life, I've accumulated so many hostages. I just hold people hostage, just making them listen to me talk. Right? This is just what I do. Like I started when I was 6. I'm a professional at it. I never get into any trouble behind it. I mean, aside from this 1,000 years I'm about to sit under this prison for, aside from those, I just been getting off clean all these years. And it's not gonna stop now. I'm gonna treat my boyfriend in the prison the same way. Just wait. Daryl, sit your behind down if you can. If it ain't sore, just sit down. All of a suddenly, y'all know what to do. Y'all already know what to do. So it's the same thing, same rules as always. Y'all behave, okay? Y'all behave. Cause mama can't do it. I can't. I just can't. I just can't. I tried once. It did not go well. Mama love you. Yes, she do. Don't let anybody tell you any different. Okay? Not ever. Peace.